side when I needed them right there. So I had two black ones on the back, and I'm like, it's done. It's done. Nobody's going to notice the two little black ones on the back of the helmet, but I noticed it.
And you couldn't stop thinking about it.
I
Yep,
could
been
not
there.
notice it, so I tore apart his head and then well,
Damn.
it's the only thing on him, so I tore it apart and did it again.
Oh, hey, we're live. Nice.
Oh, hi.
Well, I figured since you were showing off some cool Lego stuff.
That's
I was gonna show him off later when I get to my geeky Sweekins.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean, you'll get a better look at them in a little bit.
That's how communication.
Yeah, and just
pin Carol to the main screen or something because like I know you have to share your screen, Flynn, in order for the sound to come through, but maybe we could
I can do it.
Like when she's showing her thing, make it big size.
Well, I'll handle that.
Okay.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, well, it'll be easier for me since that's what's going out in the feed. And since Billy's handling all the audio stuff.
You won't see it, but it'll be in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's fine. I can pin it for my own self so I can see it big size.
Exactly.
I just thought the people at home would want to see it big size.
That's what he's saying. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. He'll take care of the people at home and I'll take care of myself.
Yep. Hello. Well, we doing that kind of a show. All right. I'm going to have to limber up then.
Right, if you're taking care of all the people at home.
Sorry, that's only for the Patreon. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I ain't giving that shit out for free. Come on, man.
Did y'all see I cut my hair?
I was about to ask. Yeah, no, it looks good.
I cut like 8 inches, 9 inches off. I didn't measure, but it looked like a little dog on the floor when she was getting going. So yeah, wow.
So is it actually 8 inches or what I've been saying is 8 inches?
It's probably more of a woman's measure of 8 inches. We're generous.
Proper. Gotcha. So did you do anything with it? Is it long enough for something? Do you hate poor kids or something like that?
You can't donate it if it's color treated. So sorry, this is not my natural.
I couldn't donate mine either.
Wait.
It was pretty ratty though when I got mine cut off.
Yeah, the ends just get so crazy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm gonna be doing that after my next haircut too. I think. Oh yeah, just all like. Oh, I can still.
Next time I may get it all cut off.
Look at that one.
Are we doing the same thing? Because I'm doing from Michael Dudikoff's American Ninja.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Goddamn right. That's how he would do it. He would do his little like.
Things like that. All right, y'all ready?
Let's just say
y'all ready for this?
The American Ninja movies were so bad, even Chuck Norris turned them down, and that's how Michael Dudikoff got it.
Yep.
It was in American Ninja 3. Was that American Ninja 3 Resurrection? Was that the one in the gym?
I mean, they all, I don't know.
That much I don't remember.
I cannot differentiate the American
There was
Ninja
one
movies
that
anymore.
Once
upon a time I could have.
She was like possessed by a ninja or something.
That sounds like Ninja 3: The Domination.
That's it.
Okay.
It was just Ninja 3. Okay.
I think that was the season
Sho
of.
Kasugi's in that though. Sho Kasugi's in that.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Go ninja.
Pretty sure that was from a season of Downton Abbey, wasn't it? You're very special.
Maggie Smith as a ninja was just badass.
Right.
That's right, man.
It's
So badass. She'd kill you with her words, man. She'd just kill you with her words.
Mm-hmm.
She'll kill you with
never see her coming.
Him.
It's a very special episode of Boy Meets World.
Oh, God.
Boy Meets World meets a ninja star.
Stranger things have happened.
That is true.
I saw them. I saw all the episodes.
Ryder Strong just sitting there flexing, doing the splits. It was amazing.
Oh God, how did he never go into porn?
Too short.
It's a great name. It's a
Too
great
short.
name. You know the other great name?
All right, we doing this?
What's the other great name?
Radio Daily?
Dick Smothers.
That is true. That is true. And that's where we need to start.
All right, so we're starting with Dick Smothers. Here we go.
Dick Smothers.
Hey there, player. How you be do? It's GRD Sweekly.
How you be do?
How you be do?
That sounds.
Say it.
That sounds like Scooby Doo's sheep cousin. Lives out in the country.
We're We're the fine folks
We're
at
a little yabba dabba.
GeekRadioDaily.com, bringing you GRD's weekly episode number. And I know you don't know.
I do.
That's completely fine.
A whole year round, 365, baby.
No.
There you go. The folks bringing it up to you today, the woman who could sum it up, that there's a flinstress.
We think we may be dealing with a foothold situation. Specifically, an alien entity capable of taking over human hosts.
I hope not. The lady who cuts to the quick, that there is Carol the
Your
cat.
offer is very generous, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to decline.
Oh, damn. The man who gets a little nostalgic is podcasting Dread
I'm
Siegfried.
on my last tour, and I'm starting getting my thoughts together. Maybe write a book.
That'd be cool. And I'm the guy who just likes to keep things going. I'm the wonderful Billy Flynn.
Well, let's face it, it was a pretty wild ride.
Yes. Personally, I don't think we should be getting off that plane just yet.
Not anytime soon. What happened, geeky there, yo?
A lot of stuff. It has been quite a week. So, I finally watched Masters of the Universe.
Boom!
Flynn watched it without me before, but then
Did.
I finally watched it. It was fun. It was a good popcorn movie. You know, it definitely was a nod to the nostalgia. And, you know, I think like my little brother was a super big He-Man fan back in the day. He was He-Man multiple years in a row for Halloween. So I only really had kind of a tangential knowledge of it, the lore, if you will. But yeah, it was fun. It was, you know, we didn't pay for it, so it was like I don't know. What did you think, Flynn?
God, I adore that movie so much. If you had a small sibling who was into He-Man, like my brother was as well, and you knew all of that shit because you had to, this movie is fantastic. It is awesome. This does not spoil anything, but Prince Adam in this timeline gets sent to Earth because Skeletor attacks when he is like 6 years old. So he draws all the stuff from eternity so he doesn't forget. And he names all the people. So Fisto and Ram, all the stupid damn names they have, is because he was 6 years old writing the names down. And that's great.
Right, he couldn't remember their names, so he was like, well, you Ram people, you're a Ram man.
So yeah, he says,
right?
because
So
Ram Man,
kind
he's
of-
like, what did you call me? Ram Man, because you're a man and you look like you can ram.
So do we learn their real names then?
I don't think we do, no. I think they end up going with the stupid names because, you know, he named them.
No, fair enough.
He named them. Idris Elba plays Man-at-Arms.
Right.
And he starts off the movie. And you're gonna laugh your ass off. He's giving the little kids he's about to train a speech, and that speech is fantastically hilarious. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I think it's a shame they didn't market what the movie actually was, because I would have went to the theater to see it. But I'm trying to, you know, help the streaming numbers so we can get a sequel, because this deserves a sequel.
What platform is it on?
Prime.
Oh, it is on?
Prime.
It's on Prime right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, they just dropped it on Prime. It's not for a fee or anything other than your
You know, your
Prime subscription.
Your Prime fee, yeah. So I don't remember seeing a ton of ads for it in general. You know, some movies are just like all over your news feed, and you know, I mean, we still watch some actual regular television, but I don't remember seeing like a bunch of ads for it. So they just didn't really give it a good like promotional budget.
And Jared Leto is Skeletor, and he did not just do a voice role. He was on set in a costume that they changed for CGI. He acted this movie out, and he's having a ton of fun, and sounds nothing like himself.
That's what it seemed like
I
from
mean,
the
Skeletor
trailers.
has to be right. He has to be a little flamboyant. He has to sort of storm off when he doesn't get his way. You know, all of the memes, all of the Skeletor memes are all based on, you know, a reality. So
And dude, like the people, like Marina Baccarin is in this movie. Alison Brie is in this movie.
That's right.
There's Kristen
there's a
Wiig
ton of people in
is the voice of a robot, of a war droid that has been reprogrammed to be a servant.
Oh,
It's quite
good.
funny.
The very,
It is
like-
quite funny.
Good.
What's the robot's name from Hitchhiker's Guide? It had this
Marvin?
charming
Marvin?
vibe.
Marvin.
Marvin.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, thanks for noticing me. Eeyore. Yeah. I also finished Dungeon Crawler Carl, finished book 8
Woo!
of the audiobook. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever listened to an audiobook this way, and it's super fun, all the voices, and yeah, so I probably will have to own the actual like paper books at some point. And I think it would be fun to cosplay a very obscure character. Not so obscure, but like I think it would just be fun to not do just Carl or Donut or one of the like standard main characters.
Go,
So
Carl.
but now I can finally like join the Facebook groups where they're talking about who they would cast in the live actions and like be involved with other Dungeon Crawler Carl fans because I don't have to worry about like them accidentally spoiling something because I'd been behind for a while. So now I'm finally like caught up and I don't have to worry about somebody accident because I have a friend who's like a good person and isn't like intending to spoil, but is just kind of bad at remembering what happened when and really wanted to talk about stuff. And I was just like, dude, stop it. That hasn't happened yet. So, um, but yeah, I know that there are people who don't really enjoy it and, or like whatever, but super fun time. I didn't have a whole lot of experience with like the lit RPG like genre of writing, but I just really, really, really love it. So yeah. Um let's see what else am I missing. Oh, the Vampire Lestat.
There you go.
So we are, I don't know, part of the way through 5 or 6 episodes around or so, three,
Okay.
4, I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't remember how many episodes of this that we've, oh, because 2 didn't work. So we've at least watched, we're probably like 4 episodes in. And
Okay.
some of them, of course, are more fun because this is, you know, when he's like the rock star and sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And then some of them are pretty dark. Like, you know, if you've read the book, it's a pretty, I'd say a pretty fair adaptation of the book.
That's what I was
And
gonna
So
say.
whiny.
What?
So he's a
He's
he's a
whiny. Oh
whiny.
yeah, he's
Oh,
whiny.
he's always whiny.
Mhm.
He's Lestat. Of course he is.
The
Yeah,
reason
but
why I
like
hated those books. I hated those
he's
books.
been done dirty. You know what I mean? Like he was
Ooh.
kidnapped and assaulted. He didn't get a choice to become
No.
a vampire. And I mean, that's not an excuse for all the other stuff that he has
And
done to people throughout the years. But
Claudia.
he stuttered
yeah,
as a child. Come on.
but he just the way that they do it and you know because it's a I mean it's a tome the all of the books are so long and go into so much detail that you have to do a lot of montaging and flashbacking to really like fill in the gaps and stuff. So I'm enjoying it. I think the actor they have playing Lestat is a perfect role, perfect cast for him. And yeah, it's dark, it's dirty, it's messed up. It's, you know, vampirism. So anyway, enjoying that a lot. Um, the Bear, we finally finished
The
the
bear.
Bear.
Finish the bear.
So we had like part of season 4 left to go, and then all of season 5 that just dropped not too long ago.
Season
So,
4 was kind of.
well, it
It was
it needs. I
necessary,
think
but it
for
was just kind
me,
of
right.
slow.
It needs for me I need a break from kind of like the depressing sad they're fighting with each other like stuff and there just wasn't enough. It's such a short show, there just wasn't enough. I was like, I cannot listen to another episode of Richie and Carm like yelling at each other
Yelling at
just
each other.
nonstop, right? But then it made season 5 such a great payoff. I thought it was a wonderful resolution to the show, you know. You're caught up, Carol, you watched the show, you've seen all of the Bear
Yeah,
or
I've seen
no?
it all. I'm fine with it. I just feel like there's half of a
They left some
brilliant show
questions
here.
unanswered.
Yeah, there's half of a brilliant show there, and then half of an okay show. And I
Yeah.
think that was my problem with it.
Did
Mm-hmm.
you
Like
did
they
you
never said. Go ahead.
did you
Okay.
watch Gary?
No.
Gary is the one episode prequel where Richie and the brother who committed suicide have their road trip that is
Mikey.
mentioned in the show. Oh, yeah, Mikey.
And they go to
Okay.
Gary, Indiana, and you
They go to
actually
Gary,
see the
Indiana.
episode of that. It's just
Okay.
a little
Okay.
context on their relationship, on their very complicated relationship. They all have very complicated relationships, but it's just like they did, Flynn, they showed Carm in the apron again, even after he had gone to that interview. And so I
Yes.
think they were saying he decided
Yeah.
to stay a chef
Yeah.
in some
Yeah.
capacity. But they, I mean, did they get back together with Claire? I mean, I don't know. I guess they could just leave that unanswered. They kind of sort of at least talked at the wedding, but
The
I don't know.
reunion special. Come on.
Well,
Yeah.
do they ever
But I mean,
explain what's in the picnic baskets?
Wrong bear.
It is
Wrong.
some
Whoa,
great
whoa.
French cuisine, let me tell you.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
some really
bother.
great French
It's
cuisine.
ratatouille.
But I did like the episode at the wedding where they all went under the table. That was just ridiculous. I was like, how big
Yeah.
is this table? But it was just funny ridiculous. Like it was like they embraced the absurdity of it. And honestly, that show for me, like a lot of ensemble shows, is about the characters you don't. It, for me, is more about the characters you don't see as much. You
Yeah.
know, the kind of side characters that make it really cool and interesting in their growth and development. So,
Come out of the
but I mean, like
bathroom.
Richie, right? But Richie, from like the start of the show to like the end of the show, that's some character growth.
That's
Some would argue I've had no character growth in the course of this show.
Or negative, backwards character growth.
Damn.
You've devolved in our presence.
Shut up, you poopy head.
We're a bad influence. Okay, a couple more things on my list because I actually feel like I wrote stuff down while I was in the right frame of mind. We have watched the entire first season, and this was a network television show, so that's like 20-some episodes of Veronica Mars. So Veronica
Love that
Mars,
show.
early 2000s. Wow, that's a time capsule.
You can skip the final season and go directly to the movie.
The internet said that it would be appropriate to kind of sort of watch with my preteen, almost teen daughter. There have been a couple of okay, let's talk about what that means kind of moments. But
you raped me.
It's all part of parenting and growing up, and yeah.
Hey, Mom, what's a prenup?
Interesting. Yeah, what's a prenup? What's a roofie?
Yeah, roofies.
What's a roofie? Something in my eye. A dog in my eye.
Oh, it's like a Wally and a Flory. It holds up the house.
Here's Carol with sex ed on GRD.
Crazy, right? I try my best to talk, in an age-appropriate way, help her learn the right vocabulary and terms, ask her about like what they talk about in school and whatnot. But like, so I mean, yeah, it's not exactly, it's kind of blindsiding me here and there, but at the same time, like, it's still good. It kind of has brought up some good conversations. It's like better, like keep your drink covered at a party when you're in college, and like, yeah, does she need to know that at almost 12? Not really, but like, I don't know. But the whole like plucky detective, like using your smarts and your resources and figuring things out, and being good to people who are good.
She read all the Encyclopedia Brown, so yeah.
And like you said, for Masters of the there was actually an Encyclopedia Brown reference. Like somebody came to her and she was like, "I'm taking a break. I'm not doing it anymore." And he goes, "Well, who do I turn to?" She goes, "I hear Encyclopedia Brown is pretty good."
Yeah,
at that
she's like, "Aha! I know that.
I got that reference." But talk about everyone is in that show. Like if they still did like the Oracle of Kevin Bacon, how many people would cross because of that show, between guest stars and like every single week I'm like, there's like 3 or 4 or more like
Kevin
known
Smith was just on.
Added. Right.
Steve Gutenberg's a minor character right now.
He's the mayor or something like that.
He's running for mayor.
Yeah. Running for mayor, yeah.
Yeah, Valkyrie from
oh, that right. Tess Thompson.
Ragnarok
yeah.
In it. What's her name? From the Boys, the Fire Star. That wasn't Starfire. It was the one. It was like the American one who was like with Homelander. Firecracker, whatever her name was.
Firecracker.
She was,
yeah.
That actress, she was in the. There have been so many people.
So many.
Sometimes it's only like a 30-second cameo, but
Adam Scott was a bad teacher.
People. Adam Scott.
That's right.
Teacher. Gosh, Paris Hilton was in the show at the beginning.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. I'm just saying, I didn't mean like illustrious Hollywood company per se, but I just mean quantity of people.
Well, yeah, and Amanda Seyfried played her best friend.
I love you. Yes, she did. Yep, Lily Kane. Close the door all the way up, baby. Okay.
Yeah, there's so many, and of course, the lawyer that comes in. That's the guy. That's the I'm blanking on his name now, but he voiced Jimmy Neutron's dad.
Oh yeah.
Ken Marino shows up. I mean, this was the feeder ground for all of Rob Thomas, not from Matchbox 20, Rob Thomas's stuff. So you see almost everybody who ends up in Party Down and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, it was this great feeder ground for a lot of his core players.
She recognized Amanda Seyfried from Mean Girls. She was like, "Oh, what's her name from Mean Girls?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was another one that I was like." Well, that's when she asked, "What's a slut?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, yep, Mom of the Year award. My Mom of the Year award is in mail.
Hold on. Let me try to get this.
You know what? It's better that they get educated from good content and also from you guys than just on the schoolyard, I suppose.
Yep. So, okay. But yeah, highly enjoy that show. We did finally get to find out who killed her by the end of the first season. So I was like, thank you. Because this is going to go on because obviously she's doing like, not Monster of the Week, but like Case of the Week, right? But then always in the background working on this other case. And so, yeah, it was nice to get some resolution on that. I was like, oh, I should have saw that coming. But
so what's your take on Logan?
Oh, I mean, like there was a minute there where I was like, he's turning a corner into like maybe a good person, but then, yeah, not so much.
I look forward to asking you later on.
We're early season 2 right now.
Yeah, I look forward to asking you later.
Yeah.
But you know what? She really doesn't like Duncan.
No, that's fair. Duncan's trash. Nobody likes Duncan.
No. Melody was happy they got back together. I was like, ew, no. Honestly, what's his name? Schmidt from New Girl.
Oh yeah.
Like was the
Max Greenberg.
realist out of all of them. Max Greenberg, thank you. Right. So no.
Max.
Yeah. But I love that she's like fallible and still a dumb teenager, right? Who like jumps to conclusions and believes circumstantial evidence and wants to believe in the best in people. And like her relationship with Weevil is great. I mean, it's awesome.
And her relationship with her
Jonathan
dad.
Taylor Thomas, is that his name? Jonathan Taylor Thomas was like that bad like U.S. Marshal or whatever. And that same episode had the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
From Home Improvement.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's she saying?
He had dark black hair and he had on like a army jacket and he was undercover in the high school, doing a little,
little Jump Street action.
Like
Jump Street. Jump Street.
Jump Street.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we have mainlined Veronica Mars. And then also watched a few episodes, 3 or 4 episodes of Life, Larry, and the Pursuit of Unhappiness, an almost history of America. I actually had to look it up and write it down and what this
Larry
says.
David's new show on HBO.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's like drunk history meets like a sketch comedy sort of. It's kind of like all these what ifs, right? Like what if Rosa Parks had tried to give up her seat, but had been sitting next to some old Jewish man who was basically like, forget about it, she's not moving because if she has to move, then I have to move, right? But then ends up talking her ear off the entire bus trip to the point where she moves to the back of the bus just to get away from him.
He's so weird too. He's so weird.
There's this one where like George Washington is giving a speech. This is the best thing. I'll have to see if I can find the actual just like isolated clip of this one part. And there's all these people in the crowd, and he's like, well, we would suggest that you only have 2 terms, and that's why I'm like stepping down as president. And basically started talking about how we don't have to really like write all these rules into the Constitution. And then he goes, hey, but wait a minute, what if somebody decides to do this, this, and this? And they're like, oh, well, the courts and Congress, and what if it ends up devolving into a like street brawl.
He would even cheat at golf.
He's best friends with a pedophile. What about that? Right? It is totally a rant. And
in that episode, Rob Reiner plays George Washington. It's the last thing he filmed before he died.
Man.
Yeah, bummer. And he does a great job with that. But everybody is in that as well. Like everybody in comedy is in
Samuel L.
Jackson
is the narrator of the show. So
Obama is in the show.
Obama's in the first episode.
Michelle is an executive producer.
She's
so funny. The show. It is so funny.
Alexander Graham Bell showing people the phone working for the first time. And when he finally gets through, to Watson, and then they've got nothing to say to each other, but they're still on the phone. It's hilarious.
There's this one where he's trying to draft the Declaration of Independence, but he starts to put in all these grievances, which are the things that bother him. Like I want to include that people should not share umbrellas, or that you shouldn't be able to take deep breaths outside, whatever, just annoyances, grievances that he has. He tries to write them into the Declaration of Independence. It's pretty great. So the only problem is that the people who would like actually really need to see it / hear kind of the message would never ever touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Now, is there an episode where the creator of one of the most famous sitcoms in history didn't be a dick to one of the most beloved puppets in history?
Yeah.
Not yet. We're only at 4 episodes in, so we're only 4 episodes in.
Right. There's one where it's like Watson and Clark. Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark want to go on their expedition, but their wives are like, no, don't want them to go, and so they have to lie.
What do you mean he wants you to map the territory?
Watson and
You're
Clark.
Gonna take your
That's
fishing
when
pole
Sherlock
with
and
you?
Lewis are on vacation.
They're really just trying to go on a boys trip and not come back. So anyway, it's just really, really funny. And then the last thing, like I said, Flynn and I probably stole your entire Geeky Suite because I actually remembered, but we watched either the first episode or the first 2 episodes of Spider Noir.
Oh, I got to get back to that.
Spider Noir. And we
watched
it in black and white.
We watched it in black and white.
Of course, you watch it black and white first, then you can rewatch it in color.
I have no.
The color looks like it's like colorized. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't look. The color looks like it's like Turner Classic Movie colorized.
So
yeah, that's why I want to watch it as well.
Yeah.
It's weird because Amazon listed as, I think it's true hue color or authentic black and white is how you can watch it.
Yeah. Better way.
And I like the authentic. So there you go.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and no, I think it was pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, unless I forgot something super big or cool or awesome, that has been my Geeky Suite.
There you go.
Okay. I'll go next. So I think since the last time we met, I made it another year around the sun.
Hey, happy birthday!
Belated. As a birthday present, a friend of mine took me to a local whiskey distillery, and I bought booze.
Nice.
Which I'm sipping on tonight. TV-wise, I finished up... TV-wise, I finished up the first season of Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, which is the one with... I can never remember her name, who starred in Orphan Black. Who's
Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah. I got half of it.
Abe Vigoda.
By a cam boy and ends up being indicted for 2 murders. It's a good season. I'm glad. I think it's getting a second season, and I'm glad it'll come back. Although this season is it slows down toward the end. Then I watched a limited series on Netflix called Death by Lightning, which is about the incredibly short presidency of James Garfield, who's played by Michael Shannon. And the reason why I watched it is because Chester A. Arthur is played by Nick Offerman in some really wonderful mutton chops. So,
yeah, I got to see it for that alone.
Yeah, this is a time in our nation's history where if one team won the presidency, the other team got the vice presidency. So they were forced to work together. It wasn't like straight Democrats. They weren't Democrats and Republicans at that point. But Garfield was...
Wait. When I was listening to Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson said he was going to do something about that. I guess he didn't quite get to it.
No.
Well, and of course, the only reason why his run was so short was because he refused to work Mondays, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the sad thing. He didn't actually run for presidency. He kind of fell into the presidency. He was nominated without running.
He had shown up to the lasagna.
Yeah, just little droplets of lasagna that led him into the Oval Office.
Yes, and then 6 months into his presidency, he was shot. And
oh well, thanks for bringing it down, Carol. We were having a little bit of fun with history there, and then you got to.
The sad part is he probably would have survived the gunshot wound if his doctors had just watched their fucking hands before digging for the bullet.
Yeah.
It took him like 6 months to die too. It was not. It's.
Well, Polk hadn't sorted out the whole hand washing thing yet.
Yeah, you think so, but it's actually a really good limited series, and it's worth it to watch Nick Offerman with his mutton chops. And then I'm continuing with House of the Dragon. It started its new season. I'm now running into the prequel problem because now I'm like, oh, this is where that character dies because I know how they all die. So
Uh-huh.
that I'm running into that, and it's kind of losing its luster for me a little bit. Um, quick rundown of movies. I watched Giant, the 1950s movie with Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't like James Dean in it, and I thought it was hilarious how the guys, the only way they aged them up was to throw silver paint in their hair. They Will
Wow.
Kill You. They Will Kill You, starring ZZ Beats, is really fun, very bloody, stupid, silly violence. Ready or Not to, not as good as the first one. Witness for the Prosecution. This is a 1950s movie. I'm trying to fill in some classics that I've never seen. This one I really liked.
Yeah, you went back in the day.
Marlena Dietrich is awesome. Then I watched Strange Journey, which is a new Rocky Horror documentary. This is done by Linus O'Brien, who is Richard O'Brien's son.
Okay.
So he talks to everybody, but it's mostly centered on Richard O'Brien, and it was wonderful. I really enjoyed this. Um, if you're a Rocky Horror fan, you're probably not going to learn anything new, but you'll cry anyway. Um,
Sounds like me.
I watched Supergirl, and I really liked it.
Yay!
So fuck you, haters. Sorry, I'm still.
There's our F word for tonight. Boom.
That's our second one from Carol in this segment. That's it. We can curse on this.
F that.
And then I watched Obsession. I am going to do I'm going to do a full rundown recording of Obsession and Backrooms because I watched both these films. They're both good films and I recommend them. I don't think they're the like new dawn of horror or whatever that they are saying Obsession is.
Right.
But I'll record a review of those. But I do recommend both of them. Over Your Dead Body with Samara Weaving and Jason Segel is really fun. It's kind of a couple take a vacation. They both plan. They're each planning to kill the other one because they're just so done. They get interrupted by a couple of inmates and a police officer that try to help them kill each other. It's actually kind of fun. Then I watched The Invite, which is one of the funniest movies I've seen in a very long time. Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Edward Norton, and Penelope Cruz.
I've heard of this. Yeah.
Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz play a swinging couple who's invited to dinner by this very, I won't say conservative, but a very kind of stuck in the mud married couple, and hilarity ensues.
Of course.
I really enjoyed it. I was surprised how much I enjoyed that. I watched Disclosure Day, which was fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'll get there.
It was fine.
I'll get there eventually.
And no, I go see the Odyssey on Saturday. Woo! That's it for the movies. And then I went to Congregate.
Yeah.
Last past weekend and did a couple of really cool things. If you were there Saturday evening, you got to hear me read Chuck Tingle to an audience.
Nice.
We read Unicorn Butt Police, Beach Patrol, and that was fun. It was fun watching the horror in somebody's face when you realize that your 3 minutes are almost up and they're going to get the double penetration scene. So it was that was fun. And then,
I like the stage play way better than the novelization.
And then at the raffle, I won the one thing I really wanted, which is a Dickel Tennessee whiskey bottle.
Oh, okay.
From 1964.
I was like, what the hell?
If you're a Trekkie.
Hold on, I'm pinning. Yeah, I'm looking. Ooh.
If you're a Trekkie, that's a Sorry and Brandy bottle.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it came with, I do have to repair the cork, but it came with the cap, which they almost never do. And needs a little bit of repair, but I now have a Sorry and Brandy bottle.
That's outstanding.
And then I did a couple of crafty things. I did a Lego Mandalorian helmet.
Ooh, very nice. So how long approximately did it take / did you do it in like multiple
17 hours
sittings?
It actually was just a couple of sittings for this one, although that turned into 4 sittings because I tore him apart because I had a couple of misplaced black Legos there. So I did him twice. And then this one took me, I think, 3 days. The Japanese
wow, that's some cool Legos.
Maple.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Maple, Japanese maple. That's the one I was thinking. Yeah, That one took me 3 days, but yeah. And then I'm finishing up an Audrey too, but that's not Lego. It's a knockoff, and it's not
Duplex.
nearly as good.
Tycho.
And that's been my geeky week.
Yay.
Well, for me, first of all, definitely want to send love out to the Vicar. If you haven't checked on Facebook, check it out.
Yeah.
Send love and good vibes to him. In happier news, watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the second season, the live action one. Love it still. Love it still. It is different. Of course it's going to be. But with what they're working with and everything, they do such a fantastic job. Have so much fun, laugh.
I mean, air still gets bent.
Exactly. But there's so many funny moments in it, so it's just 100% worth it. And I mean, I'm almost tearing up thinking, because they, in the first season we had the Soldier Boy moments with Uncle Iroh, but then we have the moment, and it's a little bit different, but it works for what this universe is, and it's gorgeous, and just yes. Some movies, watched PCU because hadn't watched it in forever, and to tell you, it holds up. It really does. Specifically, here's the thing, because the things that they're making fun of, it's a little bit like Blazing Saddles, because the things that they're making fun of are so caricaturized that that they're not making fun of the of the subject matter. They're making fun of the reaction to the subject matter. So it's much more about making fun of not people who actually do things for these causes, but more the virtue signaling aspect, the people who just claim that's their cause but then do nothing about it.
So you're gonna wear the t-shirt of the band you're going to see. Don't
Okay.
be that guy.
Okay, first of all, screw that. Where the hell else are you supposed to wear that? That is the best place to wear it.
Okay.
But it was great seeing some people in there that you're like, oh, it's that dude. Oh, it's that person. Always a lot of fun. Also on July 4th, to celebrate, watched a doubleheader of Independence Day.
Okay.
Nice.
Followed by Mars Attacks.
Okay. Good.
Because what better way? Went out to the theater, watched Supergirl, which loved it. Was fantastic.
I haven't seen it. Oh.
It's 100% worth it. Women are going to get more out of it than guys will, because it's coming from
It's not for the male gaze. Yes.
No.
Yeah, when I hear male gaze, I typically I'm thinking of, like, got the boobs out and everything like that, like more of a physical thing. But
Right,
it's more from a women's
she's not
perspective.
that. Yeah.
Well, and it's also just the way she's having to deal with trauma, because Superman is an immigrant story, but in this movie with Supergirl, it's a
Survivor.
an asylum seeker. It's
A refugee.
A refugee. Thank you. That was the word that I couldn't think of. A refugee story, and so she's having to deal with her trauma and stuff like that in a very different way. It's not a perfect movie, but it's a damn fine movie. And almost every complaint I've heard is just like, yeah, you weren't gonna understand some of the stuff in this. You gotta give it some thought afterwards. Then went back and have been checking out some classic stuff aside from PCU. One of my favorite sitcoms of all time. It actually appeared on a list that I was impressed by, because most people don't even remember this show existed, but got the DVD. There's one more disc left. It was a 3-season run on NBC. I think it was called Happy Endings. It was like the 2010s. It's got Elisha Cuthbert, Eliza Coupe, Damon Wayans Jr., Adam Pally. It's just so damn good. Like every episode has something that makes me just laugh out loud. and it has just got some of the most flawless joke writing, and it was just a little too ahead of its time. It was just a little too good for network television, which is really kind of the only thing that it had going against it. But it still made 3 seasons, and so damn good. Movie wise, the classic movies, saw Near Dark, which I had not seen before.
Yeah. Finger licking good.
Yes, holy cow, that was so much fun.
That is my favorite vampire movie.
I can dig it.
It's
Wow.
It's up there.
That really is, yeah.
It is.
When did
Especially
this come out?
since-
I don't know this movie.
You do. You saw it. You just don't remember it.
It's-
It was like
Oh, whoops.
96, 95-ish?
Couldn't tell you the year, but it was Catherine Bigelow. It was shortly after Aliens, I believe,
Yeah,
because
she's got half the cast in it.
Mhm.
Really?
yeah, Bill Paxton.
I thought it was the early 90s. I'll have to look it up. I don't know.
Yeah, it was Bill Paxton. The guy who played not Rodriguez.
Ramirez.
Ramirez, thank you. Lance Hendrickson.
Lex Henriksen.
But
Near Dark is 87.
87.
Is it
Yep.
really 87? Wow. I don't remember being that early. Wow.
I also recognize the gal from Lawnmower Man.
The
And
truly impressive thing about the film is the word vampire is never used.
that is very true.
Yeah.
But Bill Paxton is just chewing up the scenery in the best way. So much fun. And just it's so cool. It's just a damn cool movie. So I highly recommend it. It's directed by Catherine Bigelow, so that was kind of, she had a bit of an in with some of the cast members. And then the other movie that I saw, I actually went over to a friend's house to watch, and that was The Fall. It was written and directed by what's his name, Carol? Is it Tenson?
Tarkim.
Tarshim.
Singh. Tarshim. Yeah.
Tarshim.
He only goes by the first name now.
Johnny Tarson?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
And I mean, this movie, it stars Lee Pace. That's going to be probably the only name that you recognize from it. This was one of his early movies. And it's like if Terry Gilliam and Luc Besson, like early Luc Besson, made a movie together. I mean, it is.
Have you ever seen The Cell with Jennifer Lopez and Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, I have.
Well, it's the same guy. Mhm.
The same director. So visually, it's like that. But this, I think, The Fall is a far more beautiful film.
It is. And, the whole story is that Lee Pace is telling this story to this little Italian girl, probably 7 or so. And the chemistry between the two of them is just adorable. And you can tell that, English is not her first language. And she struggles with some words and stuff like that, because you can tell that they're basically just riffing to each other. And that was how they actually made it. They built the story off of those two talking and telling the story and kind of what comes up from that and stuff. But it's heart-wrenching, it's beautiful, it's funny, it's just it's one of the best movies I've seen in a very, very, very long time. So I highly recommend it. If anything, at least for the visuals, because good grief, that is a gorgeous movie.
You will see some of this stuff and go, how the hell did they do that?
No CG, no green screens, all shot on locations all over the place, because this is what he would do. So Tarshim, he's a commercial director, and so what he would do is he would take commercial roles all over the world, just so that way he could find cool locations, fly the actors over, because he had already made a bunch of bank, and would just fly the actors over. They'd do the scene, and then that'd be it. So, I mean, just stunning. Anyway, there's probably
That's a life if you could manage that.
right. You ain't kidding. If only any of us were that talented, or just talented. But anyway, that has been my Geekies Week.
Cool. So a bunch of comics. End of Life, our wonderful, crazy hitman guy, is just continuing to have just all kinds of crazy adventures in a town he doesn't want to be in. Batwoman 3 is continuing the drama of Batwoman.
drama.
Yeah. Lobo 3 is funny as hell, so you got that. Sirens Love Hurts, I think it was only 4 issues, so that was a fun good time. Absolute Flash 15 is weird. Absolute Flash is weird, and it's weird in such a good way because you don't know what they're doing, and they're changing just all these things about the Flash just enough to where it's just weird, and I'm loving that part. However, there's a new Absolute. There's Absolute Green Arrow #1, and holy God, is that good? Because this guy is a straight up murderer. This guy straight up kills people. So we know nothing about what this is at all, and I can't wait to find out what the hell it actually is.
What makes something absolute? Vodka.
Yes, lots of vodka.
Justice League Dreamgirls 2 and 3. This was the Pride Day special in June, but apparently it's now a miniseries, so cool. Superman Kryptonite Nevermore. Yeah, they say that, but it's coming back. Hey, there's a movie out. So there's a Supergirl little special. It's basically it's the first 18 issues of the 96 series written by Peter David in a collection. So that's a good time. There's a Summer of Supergirl special. Yeah. Barbara Gordon #2. Barbara is in a weird place. She's in a strange place, and she's in a hospital and she doesn't want to be there. And, it's one of these things. She's sort of locked up against her will, but not really. Absolute Catwoman just takes Catwoman and just amps it up to a very weird level. And I don't know how I feel about it. So stuff that I've watched, I've decided, you know what, screw this. I'm going to finish Peacemaker since we only had 2 episodes left.
Mm-hmm.
How good is, oh God.
Peacemaker was another one that I had a hard time with. Like, I had to take breaks from Peacemaker. Maybe I'll go back and finish it myself. But
fair enough.
I needed breaks.
Mm-hmm.
On Netflix, I watched The Burrows.
Yes.
You saw The Burrows?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So
no
yeah.
Season 2.
No,
there's not gonna be a season 2. I'm like, okay, so I've got Alfred Molina, I've got Gina Davis. It's an old folks' home. Oh my God, wait, and there's monsters. I was like, I was so weird. It's such a weird to have them in this type of show, but it worked really, really well. So I enjoyed that. I watched Trap, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, where the killer goes to the concert and the cops all know that he's there. Yeah.
Josh Hartnett, right?
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett's the only reason to watch that.
Kills it in this movie. He completely sells this movie. He does an amazing job in this movie. I enjoyed that movie much more than I thought I was going to. I was incredibly surprised by it. Another good movie that I watched was Good Boy. I finally watched Good Boy. The horror movie from the point of view of the dog.
Oh
yeah. And it's great too because there's humans in the movie, but you never really see them because it's from the point of view of the dog, and the dog doesn't really see people's faces; he sees their feet and shit. That's just how dogs are. Yes, the dog lives, so that's fine.
Oh.
I've watched the movie They Will Kill You. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this girl and her sister are running away from an abusive father. Abusive father shows up. The big sister gets away. The little sister stays. And years later, she comes back to find her, and she's now working at a place which is actually a huge satanic temple, and all these people are Satanists and using the power of the Dark Lord to be able to live forever and regenerate if they get injured and stuff. And there's lots of killing and slashing. It's a crazy huge action flick, and if you're into that, you'll see some things in there you've not seen in a movie before. So you know how much I enjoy that. I have watched The Long Walk, based on the Richard Bachman novel. Okay, it's a Stephen King movie, but The Long Walk, where yes, these kids decide, hey, we're going to take this walk, and whichever one of us walks the longest, we get a bunch of money and stuff, and the other people get killed. If you slow down, they give you a warning. You get 3 warnings, and then you get a bullet in the head.
So it sounds like a prequel to The Running Man.
Sort of, kind of. I can see that. Yeah. I can totally see that. But here's a fun thing. The Major, the big badass military guy of the movie, is played by Mark Hamill. and you do not know that. You will watch that movie and not realize that is Mark Hamill. And the credits will tell you it's Mark Hamill, and you'll be like, oh my, what? Because he's a very bad guy. I also watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Which one's that?
That's the
I
mummy
forgot
movie.
that one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah. Well, I wanted to forget. That's so stupid.
This
This
is
is
the
so
one where a
stupid.
family,
Oh.
their little girl is kidnapped, and 8 years later she is found in a sarcophagus wrapped as a mummy. And what's interesting about this is it isn't a traditional mummy movie because it's not so much about the mummy as it is basically she's possessed by a demonic force, which happens to be the mummy. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I say it's worth one watch, but it's not a great movie, but it is an interesting movie. So there's that. So you can enjoy that if you like. Yeah, it's not going to be as good as when they finally bring back Brendan Fraser and everybody, but hey, it's Lee Cronin's The Mummy. It's not just anybody's. So be happy with that. That's how that works, and that has been my Geeky Sweep.
The wonderful Billy Flynn looks at what Chad and Abby are up to now. If you know what TV show they're on this week, you could win yourself a prize. It's your Further Adventures of Chad and Abby update.
In the Sarlax province, underground mines are used to produce a material needed for industrial purposes. As humans cannot tolerate the radiation for long, robots are built to do the mining, and they improve themselves into human-like beings, and they're still a subject people. And the IMOR Authority and the Zone Troopers can perform memory audits to discover information needed for investigations, and the Sarlax android people protest it's a violation of their rights. And when the Sterling family arrives in this province, problems and a struggle for freedom ensue. Low marks in school can lead to being drafted for life into the zone. Troopers, common troopers cannot resign. Do not leave for any reasons. The only ones who may operate between zones. Kroll is a guest speaker at the graduation and administers the oath to the top 3 cadets who become officers, including Chad. The graduation ceremonies are demanding and call for extreme measures, including murder. Abby feels like a pig being chased. Chad's worried about deadly eyes want to play deadly games. It's difficult being on different populace, unlike species, discriminable rabblement. Hashtag Chabby. Forever. That's a weird one. Hi, geeks. I've seen a lot of The Whitest Kids You Know, somewhat censored occasionally on the Shout TV channel on Twitch TV. Funny show. I love the reworded show title clues for where Chabby are. Even though I still don't have a clue. This time I knew the paper chase didn't have a sports in it, and the old professor would spot projected answers if that tech was around in the 70s. The Lawyer Works with Ghost Show sounds interesting. I have no idea how to find it. It's on Netflix. It's called Ghost Lawyer. Easy. But I still offer for your enjoyment Rad Abrams, a skateboard attorney, who's Mark Hyman of Casper, Wyoming, who helped create a series of fake ads for Cinema Insomnia, currently on a couple of days into a 250-mile marathon that have been running for over 20 years. We fans love Mark. The first Rad was a bit rough. Mark Hyman and Rad aged like fine wine, getting better. There's also an ad for Greatest Hits album sung by Crankor, the villain from Prince of Space, soon MST3K. There's a playlist of ads on the page trying to sell a set of plastic knives, dairy products sourced from horses, because there was no other source in the seventh seal for the milk, offered to the knight and squire by the actor couple. That is from Bill. Well, Bill, thank you. That is all true, and that is all weird. And Bill, put this in the back of your head. September is going to be the Riff Tracks MST special. I don't know if I could do the Thursday, but the Sunday possibly, so we'll have to talk about some plans to possibly go see it. That would be fantastic. So, I wonder how many times you... What?
I'm sorry to cut in, and I believe Bill was talking about it, both the Shoutcast and also Cinema Insomnia itself has a YouTube channel that streams constantly. That's twitch.tv/Cinema Insomnia.
Waste some time there. You'll enjoy it. So I wonder how many times you've actually kept anyone from figuring out what shows you're talking about. But you're helpful. For instance, Sparkle, Twinkle, Chad and Abby are on a show called Glitter. I've never heard of it. But thankfully, it is a guess and not ever have seen one second of it. Hope you enjoyed your vacay. That is from Austin. Well, thank you, Austin. We did enjoy our vacation. It was a good time. It was a while ago now, but it was fantastic. And you are our winner from the previous month. So I will talk to you about getting you a prize. It'll be fantastic. Things will work. It'll be special. It'll be awesome. You'll enjoy it. I promise. And if not, well, I guess I'll go cry about it. So that's just what that is for this particular moment in time.
Hi, my name is Terry J. Amon, host of Video Fuzzy, the podcast confessions of a media pack rat with thousands of VHS to DVD transfers and no idea what's on them. I'm cataloging furiously, however, and every 2 weeks I'll update you with what I've been finding in my classic recordings, my current recordings, and what I've been watching, sifting this basket of media memories. With a media collection stretching back to the 80s, this will take a while, but just hang on, we'll get through this together. For Video Fuzzy, I'm Terry J. Amon. Happy viewing. It might be amazing, it might just be scuzzy, we'll find out together on Video Fuzzy.
Hey everybody, this is Mad Magazine artist Tom Richmond, and as one of the usual gang of idiots, I know idiots when I see them, and you are listening to a few right now on Geek Radio Daily.
So mean. So mean.
My mom says
it was so cool that he was on the show.
It was he had a Batman outfit in his house, for God's sakes.
Very true.
So good.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at all.
Geek News.
Take a look at the world from a geeky point of view.
Sony's decision to end physical PlayStation game discs in 2028 has sparked plenty of backlash, but industry insiders say the move comes down to simple economics. While Sony cites the growing popularity of digital downloads, the company also stands to make significantly more money on digital game sales by eliminating manufacturing costs and retail profit margins. That means the prices are gonna be cheaper because there's less overhead, right? According to reports, Sony earned about $45.50 from a $70 first-party physical game after production and retail costs, compared to the full $70 from a digital sale. The financial gap also exists with third-party titles, giving Sony a strong incentive to move players into an all-digital ecosystem. So, make sure you pour one out for GameStops everywhere. Despite criticism from collectors and fans who prefer physical media, Sony reportedly believes enough players have already embraced digital purchases that the transition won't significantly hurt the PlayStation brand. Retailers are expected to continue selling game boxes, but they'll contain download codes instead of discs. So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Video games are like beer. You don't own them, you just rent them. Because keep in mind, they can pull the download off your disc or off your machine at any point in time.
You saw that, right? They just pulled hundreds of movies off of people's accounts.
Yeah.
They pull out Kindles as well. You can lose books. Doesn't matter if you've purchased them.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Scummy as heck.
What are you gonna do?
Well, you can get cool. A
Okay.
Japanese company is responding to the country's increasingly hot summer temperatures by unveiling a new human refrigerator. The Dohyman box, marketed as a human refrigerator, is roughly the size of a standard Japanese vending machine and can fit one person inside at a time. The temperature inside the box is kept at 59 degrees, and once a person is inside, cold air is blasted at their head, neck, shoulders, and back. The box, developed by refrigeration and vending machine manufacturer SDRS, is marketed by industrial equipment supplier Trusco Nakayama for use at business and other public spaces amid the summer heat. The company said the boxes can help relieve symptoms of heat exhaustion and is being marketed for places where people work outside, such as construction sites. Temperatures across Japan have been rising to nearly 100 degrees in the recent weeks. A total of 48 people have been hospitalized with heat stroke in Tokyo in one single day. This box currently retails for $9,400. So if you're looking for a nice gift for me, although I don't know if my desire to be cold could overcome my claustrophobia. And by the way, these are in Japan. Please don't climb into your refrigerator because that's not a human refrigerator.
No, G.I. Joe.
Open for a while just because it has been so hot, and our air conditioner, it wasn't fully connected from the unit to the house, and so thankfully it's fixed. Yay.
But we had some fans.
Okay. Right. So when I don't have my, dang it, hold on, my computer's not plugged in. Okay, don't die, computer. It just gave me the leaf. Okay, there it is.
I actually dated a girl who got locked in a refrigerator because she was trying to see if the light stayed on. Yep.
Did it?
You never heard from her again.
Oh God! Wow. Okay.
No, she got locked in. Her brother apparently heard her pounding and screaming on the on the fridge door, and so they let her out. Yeah, no, she
ate all the snacks too.
she told that story. I would never admit that.
No, I would neither.
Right? No, I'd never tell anybody that.
Never.
Well, when I share my news story next, it's going to sound like I've had random word salad or a stroke, but stay with me. Because, okay, Shenmue fans have gotten Count Binface to make the case to Sega to make Shenmue 4. Okay, so first of all, you need to know who is Count Binface. Count Binface is a man in the UK who goes and participates in local elections while wearing a trash can.
Not so local this go round.
He never wins. Rather, his goal is to make the electoral process look ridiculous, and he's pretty good at it. Count Binface has, been in a variety of different local elections, right? He's more famous than ever because he's the sole challenger right now to right-wing leader of the Reform UK party and a Donald Trump chum, Nigel Farage, who resigned as MP for Clacton, triggering a by-election in which he says he will stand. So he was, alleged with some hinky personal financing. He continues to deny, but under increasing pressure, he took the high ground, or so he thought, that he's going to be like, fine, I'll run for office again. Well, here comes Count Binface, who's a comedian, John Harvey, who confirmed he will be running in the Clacton by-election. My only real slogan is, I'm not this guy, Nigel, right? But anyway, so he's getting really popular. He's all over the place in the UK. So through the web app Cameo, a group of Shenmue fans, the Shenmue Dojo, have gone on there and gotten Count Binface to make a video essentially appealing to Sega for, he's like, okay, hi, I'm Count Binface, here I am, maybe I'll be the next MP for Clacton, but I have an important pressing thing to do. I need to say a galactic hello to Sega on behalf of the Shenmue fans. So he basically makes this like video appeal to try to say, hey, you really should make Shenmue 4. Yeah. So we'll see if that even actually makes its way to Sega, if they see it. I mean, if anyone from Sega is listening to Geek Radio Daily, then we help boosted the signal.
Boom.
But yeah.
You're welcome, Shenmue 4 fans.
Now you know about Shenmue fan groups, and that exists, and also Count Binface. And I would vote for him over, some gnarly, dumb Republican dude. Or just about anyone.
If I may, some of his agenda over the years, he's had things like nationalize Adele, nationalize model railways, cap 99 flake ice creams at 99 pence, MPs to lose their subsidized cheap food and drink in Parliament, auto renew on all online subscriptions to be abolished immediately, Wi-Fi on trains.
Get behind his policies. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Let's hear. We got build at least one affordable house, introduce a minimum voting age of 16 and a maximum of 80.
Nice.
I'm good with that too.
London to join the European Union.
Only London.
Water company bosses to take a dip in British rivers to see how they like it. All British citizens to be offered stilts to combat the UK's increasingly wet climate. And there was one that economy Wallace and Gromit to be knighted for services to Wensleydale.
Yes. Hell yes.
And the mini golf course at Richmond swimming pool to host the Open Championship. But there's a lot of fantastic stuff. If you just do a search for Count
Binface,
Binface,
yeah.
Count Binface.
I mean, the thing is,
that's his Italian counterpart.
President Zelensky of the Ukraine, of Ukraine, not the Ukraine. That's the way the Russians think of it, but of Ukraine. Former comedian, television star. Why not have a comedian there? Of course, then we find out that he's horribly racist or something like that. I don't know, but I mean,
Yes.
Hey,
This is not an endorsement of Count Binface, but you know.
over Nigel Farage? Hell yeah, it is. Crikey, that we need to get that governor right out, right?
So
I'd vote Feathers McGraw.
So, rock star Olivia Rodrigo is fighting for Planned Parenthood amid Donald Trump's defunding of the nonprofit during his second term as POTUS. But don't worry, she promises to shut up and sing afterwards. Her Twitter account, because X, screw you, for the Democrats Deliver organization, shared that she's going to be donating money from her concert sales to Planned Parenthood. Olivia Rodrigo to fund Planned Parenthood with concert sales after Trump defunded an organization. Since the government doesn't take care of people. Several fans reacted to Olivia helping to fund Planned Parenthood, with one writing, "I'm so proud of her, finally one of the young women who realized what they lost." This comes after Olivia fumed over Jimmy Kimmel's temporary suspension last year, and everyone is still missing that our government should be doing this any goddamn way. This month, Planned Parenthood regained access to federal Medicaid funding for non-abortion services following the expiration of a one-year federal ban, which is an overwhelming majority of the services that Planned Parenthood is responsible for. And you can trust me about that. It really is about women's health. I've been to Planned Parenthood. It's not just abortions. Shut the hell up. In July of this year, Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act was signed into law, with the passed legislation temporarily freezing Medicaid funding for organizations providing abortions that received more than $800,000 in reimbursement in fiscal year 2023. The bill greatly impacted Planned Parenthood, resulting in a leader's branding it a direct assault on reproductive freedom and public health, which means a complete lie, not based on reality. Seriously, I use Planned Parenthood. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Sorry. Amanda Skinner, who was a Planned Parenthood of Southern New England's president and chief executive, explained, "While we are relieved to see this defund end, it is not lost on us that nearly 30 health centers serving thousands of patients nationwide have been forced to close during the past year while this harmful policy was in place." So, thanks to this new big beautiful bill, we have people to take care of things now. The FDA is now run by the Fat Boys. The Department of Education by Allison Brie. Don't know why I wrote that. The FAA is being run by Van Halen. Cancer research being handled by D. Howard, Fine, and Howard. And of course, the IRS is now run by Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. GRD is licensed Creative Commons attribution, non-commercial, non-derived works, license 3.0 license. Come check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. Stop by the website at geekradiodaily.com. And if you'd like to leave a message, it's podcast at geekradiodaily.com, or send a voicemail to the magical number of 5-1. Sure. All right. So we'll see you in a week, folks. Have yourself a groovy good one. And, let's talk about certain things. Because that could be interesting. At least I think so. Let's try it and see.
Good night, suckers.
Good cut. You are all weirdos.
I don't know if you noticed, but the podcast was a disaster.
I think we need better packaging. We need a better way to show off our product.
They excavating around here?
No, that's just Professor Bartok out of his laboratory. Shooting lightning bolts up in the sky.
Lightning bolts, is it?
Yeah, he's some famous European inventor. Well, at least he says he's famous. Folks around here think he's doing the devil's work.
How's that?
Well, some of the cows stopped giving milk when he put up his rain tower. But Garda sisters out on Boulder Pike said the electricity in the air caused them to grow mustaches. But if you ask me, their mother had a pretty good nose brush, so I figured the electricity had nothing to do with it. And then there's my hair.
I like it. What was the name, son?
Skeeter.
Skeeter! Can you direct me to the sheriff?
Well, you see that building there? Big sign says, Sheriff?
Yeah.
That'd be the general
Be in that general area, would it? Thank you.
What the hell was that from?
That was, in my opinion, Richard Dean Anderson's greatest work on the show Legend, which is on UPN for one season.
Oh my God.
He plays a writer who creates a character called Nicodemus Legend, but everyone thinks that Nicodemus Legend is a real person and that he is Nicodemus Legend. So, for instance, Nicodemus Legend doesn't drink. And Richard Anderson comes to this town, for just stupid reasons. And he's telling the bartender he needs a drink. Well, I can't be giving Nicodemus Legend. Okay, so here's what you do. So he's got a deal with the bartender where the bartender pours him some in a coffee cup and gives the coffee cup. The mad scientist that he's talking about is played by John Delancey.
Oh my God.
Nice.
So it was a really, really funny show, but it only made one damn season. It would have been a great double feature with Briscoe County Jr.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, oh my God, it was so fun. I loved it. It was so funny. And I think it was the cancellation of that led him to Stargate.
Well,
so
for him,
you take the good, you take the bad.
You take them both, and there you have.
There you have, yeah.
Stargate, do Stargate, do.